Fans have been tailgating for hours, and now they are just moments away from what they've been waiting for. Receivers in the league. He's one of those players that a defense has to key in on and respect. Otherwise, he's going to make it pay. A talented player to be certain. It just might make a difference out there. Okay, Peter, we'll see how they do once the game begins. But first, the toss of the ball. There's the signal, and we're ready. Gets it, and we are right down distance end zone for a touchdown. The Chargers get their offense on the field and will start this drive at their own 20-yard line. Maybe a yard. But Damian Tomlinson easily outclassed his defender on that catch, and he had that play all the way. Not much there. It'll be second down. Gotta take what you can get there, but they were hoping for more. Second down, and picks up a couple. Third down from the on. For extra yards. He's a go-to guy for sure. Third and long, and they get the big play to convert. What do you think of that, Peter? I love it. That's what football is all about. Making the big plays when you need to, and they take those steps. Right, goes in motion. Charles Woodson targeted the ball carrier early and didn't even let him get back to the line of scrimmage. And Peter, he reminds me a little of the Lions, laying in the weeds out there, waiting to pounce. And he's got those reflexes to bring that guy down. On the play. Great spot. When he's healthy, Charles Woodson thinks about the blueprint for an unavoidable man. Lightning quick to the ball, and faster than a cheetah on double assessment. Third down, 1 blockers to perfection on that last play. Game on third, and they will easily move the chains. Perfect call for a situation there. No trouble in getting your first. Gibson tips it away on the coverage. Gibson wanted that one away cleanly. The receivers didn't have a prayer in getting it.
That had potential for some yards, Peter, but the defense was on top of it and shut it down.
Good denial there.
Second down coming up.
Ball for 38 yards.
Dyson goes in motion. Third down, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Gibson takes a play on this and forces the incompletion. Holding, number 31. Dyson goes in motion. Gains 3 yards, and that brings up second down.
Gibson targeted the ball carrier early and didn't even let him get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's his third tackle of the game. Green fires this one. This one will fall incomplete.
Lorenzo Neal tried to snag that one across the middle, but it doesn't happen.
That falls incomplete, but it would have been a minimal gain had they completed it anyway.
Second and 10.
Picks up a yard on the play, and that brings up third down.
Tomlinson played smart on that last one by following his blockers, but hey, they were able to open up any holes for him.
Well, not much of a game there, and they will face third down.
Third and long, Cleveland. Big play coming up.
Third I was not expecting that pass at all. I would have took it. The idea is you can argue that throw probably should never have been made. It was very risky, but it did work out. It's all about staying focused and believing in your teammates. A beautiful pickup, Peter. Everyone on the offense is happy about that. right after, and it's good. The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Eagle takes this one away. Vargas passes it back at the center. For 28.
Vargas received that nice kick and a nice little run back after the catch. Good job.
The Raiders offense takes the field, and they will start at their own 28-yard line. Quickly goes in motion. Well past the markers for a first down.
Jerry Rice that just runs out on him and makes the most of it. And he schooled that guy so bad, I could smell the chalk dust. First and 10. 38
Second down from the shotgun.
And Brown is just crazy good on this play, Dan. He refuses to be intimidated by triple coverage. I would have tried to throw somewhere else, I think. But it didn't matter. He made the catch. Great job.
Great job fighting for that first down, and he didn't waste any time.
Well, just because the pass is short of enough, it doesn't mean he can't learn from yesterday. He's a true competitor.
Throws a bullet to the flat. The Chargers had an effective first drive, and we'll see if they can keep it up. They'll start at their own 20-yard line. Takes up a couple.
But Liam Tomlinson had blockers on his side on that last play, but the defense was too smart. It gave him nowhere to go.
Not much there. It'll be second down.
Don't take what you can get in, but they were hoping for more.
Second down, one man back. White goes in motion. Gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Brady Smith with a one-man wrecking crew back there. He powered into the backfield and made the tackle.
Nice job eliminating any forward progress on that play. That will bring up a 3rd and long. Green crosses it out outside, and the completion is made. The markers, however, that will bring up 4th down.
Philip Buchanan was down the ball carrier just before he got to the markers. A good game, but not good enough.
That's his 2nd tackle so far. Zippers lines up to punt after the 3 and out. Zippers takes the long snap and punts it away. Buchanan fields it at the 30.
Getting some yards after fielding a solid punt.
The Raiders and their last drive stall out at the end. We'll see if they can keep momentum throughout this one, which starts at their 31 yard line. Brown is in motion.
Nice play. Watch this. It looks like 3 was all they needed.
The defensive design worked flawlessly, and the rest was spot the ball well behind the rules. It's up about 2, and that will bring up 2nd down.
LaDainian Tomlinson had some blocking help on that last one, but he was still left with nowhere to go.
Not much there. It'll be 2nd down.
Trying to take what you can get there, but they were hoping for more.
Dyson goes in motion. Maybe picks up 1 on the play.
With the tackle.
3rd down with a split. Breeze uncorks this one.
Double coverage here.
Wow.
Now that is one confident QB.
What a pass, and he is generating some great numbers. Coach Turner doesn't agree with the call, and we're going to see the red flag. Hey, Oakland challenging them as the pass was caught indoors. This is their first challenge of the game, and even if they win the first one, they still have 1 challenge left. Brandon, you check out the replay here. You'll be able to see if the catch was made prior to going out of bounds. After review by the state, the pass is complete. The catch was made prior to going out of bounds. Oakland will be charged for timeout. First down. That will cost them a timeout.
First and 10. Ball for 43 yards.
Dyson goes in motion. First down and maybe picks up one on the play.
Second and 9. Ball for 41. Tyler Brayton was a one-man wrecking crew back there. He powered into the backfield and made the tackle.
That's his second tackle so far. Third down, 10 yards to go. It'll be fourth down.
Derek Gibson made the save, dropping the ball carrier before he could get to the marker.
That'll be his fourth tackle, and he's hitting hard out there in the secondary. It's ready to punt this away. Tipper gets the snap and punts it away. Buchanan there catches it at the 15. The Ravens offense has taken the field, and they've been having a very tough time passing the ball. Now another opportunity here. Fires the play at their own 30-yard line.
This one knows how to spread the ball around, as you can see by this passing play. He's getting the ball into his receiver's hands and has piled up 30 yards and no touchdowns.
Second down, 2 wideouts on the field.
Make sure the only one to touch the football was him.
That play would have set up a manageable third and short.
But instead, they forced more completion. That's how the defense approached the play.
It looks like, we've had an injury down on the field. And as soon as we hear anything, we'll be sure to pass that information along to you. The Chargers have had some trouble moving the ball recently. We'll see what they do on this drive as they start at their 44-yard line. That's a gain with 7 on the play.
Cottonee Tomlinson had nobody on him. The quarterback saw it and got the ball to him.
They've stuck with short passes like that, Peter.
Well, they know the receiver can pick up a few after the catch. They're getting the wiggle room they need. Second and 3. First 39.
Nice second down call, and they will move to change.
On offense, it was always a plus to avoid third down altogether, just like that. And then he has last year numbers that
To the line, and that will bring up second down.
Travian Smith targeted the ball carrier early and didn't even let him get back to the line of scrimmage.
They put a stop to his play behind the line of scrimmage. Pretty good call by the defensive coordinator.
Agreed, Dan.
That will bring up second down. Green fires this one hard over the middle, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Rod Woodson managed to disrupt things. He got in there and smacked that pass away. Great deal.
And Peter, you have to figure that when GMs draft defensive players with a few extra inches to them, this is what they have in mind.
Yeah, back in my day, you see guys 5'8", 5'9", back there. But then that was back in my day.
A different era, as you like to point out. Way back at the 50. Fourth down coming up.
This play and just lost the quarterback. And where was the other one? Did they just give up? That quarterback's going to be pointing fingers on that one.
They pushed him back to your father receiver. Put this fourth down, get anyone. This was theoretically, yeah, but that's the money in the range. Sifford lines up for the punt. Sifford gets the ball and punts it away. Buchanan fields the punt at the 11. Brought down at the 16.
Philip Buchanan didn't have much room to work with back there. The special team squad made sure he couldn't respond to that really nice punt.
The Raiders send their offense out on the field and will start this drive at their own 16-yard line. The first down.
Boy, they get some good yards out of this one, Dan. And they do it a number of good ways. Good line blocking, good downfield blocking, and a nifty run to boot. Nice play.
And that'll do it for quarter number 1. The Chargers are out in front, 7-0. the 34.
Bruce Caldwell returned for a few there, but after that gigantic punt, it was like carrying a single-page down War and Peace. It doesn't make much of a gain.
The Chargers haven't got much out of their offense recently, and we'll see if they can get back on track here. This drive begins at their 34-yard line. Green fires this one over the middle, and it's tipped incomplete. Second down, 10 yards to go. Second down, and we'll end up losing a couple. Coming up.
Exactly what this defense needed to do.
Simmons lines up to punt after the 3 and out. Simmons takes the snap and punts it away. Okay, takes it at the 25. The 28.
And if you can, really not a kicking team to throw that way far. That's pretty much goes unanswered.
The Raiders bring their offense on the field and will start this drive at their own 28-yard line. Right, in motion.
Close enough that the pass is incomplete.
On second down, they tried for the first, but it's played well by the defense. That will bring up third down.
Nice pressure that time.
Second tackle so far. Lines up for the punt. Interesting information up on the screen.
Oh, you bet. Look at how many times they've had him punt their way. Gotta put a few longer drives together and get into the end zone. Bruce Caldwell returned for a few there, but after that gigantic punt, it was like carrying a single-page down War and Peace. It doesn't make much of a gain.
The Chargers offense will start this drive at their 32-yard line. Green the catch is made for a gain of a couple.
Breeze showing off some precision passing out there again. Clearly, he's exploiting the short game so far, and he's got 101 yards and 1 touchdown. Second and 8. West. Ball at the 34-yard line.
No nice, and he falls incomplete.
He agrees. He got ball to a receiver who had two guys on him. He thought it was unfortunate it was just an incomplete pass at that point.
That may be a bigger incompletion than it looks.
You're right, Dan. A shorter third down is an easier third down.
Instead, they will stay put and have to take another shot. Third down and 4 wideouts in the game.
Perfectly getting himself to the right place at the right time to make the catch. The defense could be embarrassed that they let the team get away.
Now here they have him double covered and they still couldn't get to the ball in time.
Just too good for him. It's incredible to see him. Nothing gets in his way.
Big play to convert. What do you think of that, Peter?
I love it. That's what football is all about. Making the best
It's up about 2, and that brings up second down.
with the catch. Second and 7.
Picks up a couple. Third down, 1 man back. Parker is in motion. To 35.
Mark Gibson, that's why you think twice before throwing a pass in his neighborhood. Watch. Great presence of mind to try for the football there.
Boy, that was a heads-up play to come away with his first interception of the game.
Yeah, you gotta love D like that.
The Raiders are going to try and capitalize on the interception. They'll start this drive at their 35-yard line.
Pretty good play, right?
Third down.
Caldwell prepared for a few there, but after that gigantic punt, it was like carrying a single page out of War and Peace. It doesn't make much of a dent.
The Chargers were intercepted last time out. We'll see what happens here. We'll start at their own 33-yard line. Him back at the 21.
Chris Cooper was a one-man wrecking crew back there. He powered into the backfield and made the tackle.
That's his third tackle of the game. Second down, tight end to the left. Parker goes in motion. Picks up a couple.
Damian Tomlinson got some help on that one in the form of blocking, but he still couldn't make a play out of it.
Not much there. It'll be second down.
I don't think he can get there, but they were hoping for more. Damian Tomlinson went forward with the football. Thanks to some initial blocking. Problem was they couldn't keep that push going for very long.
Not a lot of room on that play. It will be a third down.
Yeah, look at those tackles. That's how you play sideline to sideline.
Green unloads this one to the left, and this one is incomplete.
Reese Caldwell had that one come right to him back there. You have to catch those tackles, baby.
That's his first drop of the game, and while every drop does hurt, you can't throw too much blame on him for that.
That would have been a tough catch.
And Simmons gets ready to punt this away. Zipper gets the snap and punts it away. Buchanan here's the pass. The 27.
Philip Buchanan backed up a few yards on the run back there, pulling down the size of the ball a little bit.
The Raiders offense has taken the field, and they have been having a very tough time passing the ball. They had another opportunity here as they start at their own 27-yard line. The reception is made past the markers for a first down.
Jerry Rice does a great job here battling three defenders. It's definitely worth a second look. Let's watch. He still comes up with the ball. Wow, you can't coach that.
A lot of short completions like that today, Peter, where they get stopped right soon after the catch.
The technical thing that they have to defend first two players are useless. They're trying to be three wideouts for the game.
He's got the first down and a whole lot more.
Jerry Porter made a fantastic catch in double coverage. Keeps getting him the ball, guys.
And I'll tell you what, he made that precision route look easy.
Too easy. But I'll tell you what, Dan, the D couldn't even hang with him. Can you do that?
Incomplete.
Rich Dannings goes into a crowded area. There are two defenders there just waiting for the pass. Check this out. Not much point to throw in the double coverage. They'll get an incomplete pass on this one.
That would have been a big play and a big first down, Peter. They just don't sync up.
Good time, maybe next time it'll work.
this one to the left side. At the 11, and he stopped right there. First down.
Jim Brown had
3 guys covering him. But look what happened. Incredible catch. He's been getting the short throws all day, but this time they let him go downfield and make the play. That's a pretty big change-up, Peter.
well, that's what you got to do, Jim. Make him respect the short game and then go for the long ball.
And forces the incompletion.
Quentin Jr. swatted that one away cleanly. The receiver didn't have a prayer in that.
A nice defensive play will get him his second batted ball of the game.
Great rebound.
Interception of the game.
Yeah, you gotta love you like that.
The Chargers haven't got much out of their offense recently, and we'll see if they can get back on track here. This drive begins at their own 4-yard line. Breeze unloads this one to the left. To 26. First down.
Jim Dwight made the grab back there. He didn't tackle a few more. Nice play.
Fantastic catch, and he is putting up great numbers.
I like that. He's now got 99 yards on 6 catches.
Tomlinson didn't haul that one in, and it falls incomplete.
With Ian Tomlinson set up her screen back there. He had blockers ready, but forgot to catch the ball.
That falls incomplete, but it would have been a minimal gain had they completed it anyway.
Second and 10.
Parker goes in motion. Another short pass, and he likes that area of the field so far.
Why not? He plays successful.
First down. interception on that last play. They lose the ball, and it will be second down.
Second and 3. Now with the 6-yard line. Tyler Braden targeted the ball carrier early and didn't even let him get back to the line of scrimmage.
That will be his fourth tackle of the contest.
Third and 3. Now at the 7.
Even farther away from the marker. It'll be fourth down. Fourth down, and then the field goal unit is on the field. From 30 yards out, and has it sailed back to the upright.
Hey, Keaton, this is the field goal here. Let's watch this again.
Yep, it's just a little bit to the side of the upright, but close on the Captain Horseshoe. Raiders offense comes out and has an opportunity to tie it before halftime. Their side is alone, 31 yards. Number 12 on first down and rambles for about 5. Second down, 2 wideouts on the field.
Jones has been pushing for a rhythm out there, and he's come up short there. As you can see by these numbers, he's been having a rough day. So far, he's struggled to get 98 yards and no touchdowns.
First down, 2 tight ends in the game. Raiders take a timeout. That's their final one. First down, 10 yards to go. He's looking for room. Tackle, and the clock will continue to run.
Number 22 with the tackle.
For the first down and a whole lot more. of the call for encroachment. And the Cubs team won 30 yards for the game. It's good.
Sebastian Janikowski, little trouble pushing this one through. Let's see it again. Yep, he knows that you're not allowed to miss many of those in this one.
The field goal puts them a little closer to tying things up.
Yeah, and that's a positive note that coach can point to when he tries to slip up his team action.
That'll do it for the first half of this one. The Chargers are out in front, 7-3. And now let's send you to Chris Berman in our studios in Bristol for the ESPN halftime report. Boomer? All right, kids, interesting game at the half. Get back to you guys in a bit. First, we welcome everybody to our ESPN halftime report. I'm Chris Berman. We'll look at our first half numbers now. When the stats leads out at you, third down conversion. The Chargers be way ahead on the scoreboard, but somehow they've let their opponent hang with them. Let's see if they can change things in the second half. Let's get started on this one. Early in the first quarter, Drew Brees connected with his man on this one. A 21-yard play that set up a Charger touchdown. The Chargers get the first points of the game and go up by 7. Raiders equal the first. Rich Luke Gannon would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. Chargers towards the end of the first quarter, Bolts winning by 7. Drew Brees would find his target on this one. The Bolts on defense, Derek Gibson is reading the quarterback's eyes all the way and he's able to get his hands on this one and pick it off. Bolts out in front, 7-0. Drew Brees connected with his man on this one. Raiders middle of the second, already in the red zone. Randall Godfrey was in the right place at the right time, as his interception was a possible momentum shifter. Chargers late into the second quarter, Bolts out in front by 7. Drew Brees would find his target on this one. The Raiders back at it after their D made a stop in the red zone. Sebastian Janikowski would come on and connect on the field goal try. A 31-yard field goal. And that's where we'll leave this one. Bolts are holding on to a lead, 7-3. Now let's check out the undisputed halftime hero of the first half. Drew Brees has taken over this game. And now let's return to the second half. Dan Stevens and Peter O'Keefe. Thanks, Boomer, and welcome back to our broadcast presented in ESPN Game Sound. Designed and developed in collaboration with Dolby, the leader in surround sound technology. The Raiders will receive to start the second half, and this is a tight contest. Currently, they're down 7-3. Now, let's get to the game. And the second half has now started. Cardinals here's the second half kickoff with some interesting information up on the screen.
Oh, you bet. How they turned the ball over leaps out at you. And you have to think that that could come back to haunt them. Turnovers are the most telling stat in the NFL.
We've got a quick update from ESPN's very own Susie Calder. Susie.
Thanks, Dan. Head coach North Turner talked about the event and told us that their offense needs some help. He said, we haven't been able to stay on God's offense the way we'd like to. If the defense can get those shots in the field, then his offense will put some things on the board. We'll see what the D can make of the play. Back to you, fellas.
Second down for the Orange. Sideline and is well past the markers for a first down.
He's working hard, but only has 25 yards on 11 carries.
Third down and 4 wideouts in the game. And he's stopped right there. It will be first down.
Jim Brown takes down 2 defenders and comes away with the football. Oh, nice catch.
That's broken kind of a cold streak for him. The last 2 passes his way were incomplete.
Let's see if he stays on track.
His first tackle, and he's hitting hard out there in the quicker than an over-caffeinated Oregonian. Well, not much of a game there, and he will face third down.
Third and 1, big play coming up.
That's his first drop, and it is not keeping his hands away from him.
Normally he's pretty short-handed.
The Chargers offense takes the field, and they will start out at their own 20-yard line.
Drew Brees doesn't leave much room for error on this one. It's either a great pass and completion or an interception. Let's take a look. Well, that's a great catch and a great completion. You don't see many quarterbacks throwing into double coverage like that and succeed.
That's another pass that went pretty much down the middle. He hasn't been working the sides too much.
So it's obviously very common to be throwing the wall to side. And the defense.
Makes his 28th carry and searches for a hole. Tackled at the 37.
Second and 7.
Hill goes in motion.
Not only cleaned the ball carrier's clock in the backfield, but bumped and polished it. Big hit for a loss.
Another tackle, and he's starting to fill up the stat book.
He's dominating, Jack. So far, he's got 6 tackles.
Breeze sends it to see what happens. That's what football is all about, making the big plays when you need to, and check hook that. First down for the shotgun. Tomlinson didn't call that one in, and it falls incomplete.
Damian Tomlinson was open on the outskirts there, but couldn't make the grab. Incomplete.
Throws a bullet to the flat, and it is not reeled in. Incomplete.
Damian Tomlinson was so wide open on that last play. What a shame. He didn't catch the ball. That's gotta hurt.
If complete, that would have made for a bit shorter third down play, but not much.
Not a lot of potential in that one.
Tomlinson. Another 6 for him. Good game so far. It's ready to punt this away. Jeffrey gets the snap and punts it away. It's down to 14. To 19.
Philip Buchanan fielded the ball, and although he was dropped pretty quickly, that terrible kick gives him some good field position.
The Raiders, offense takes the field, and their running game really hasn't generated much other than a big play here and there. Let's see how they take it. That's the snap at their own 19-yard line. Third down, 6 yards to go. First and 3rd and long.
Jerry Porter goes to coverage, man. The final point of pass pattern. Mainly get away from me. I have the ball to catch.
He really beat his man. That was bad coverage.
He's just a great receiver, though. He knew where he had to be, and he was there.
That's the second long ball he's reeled in today. It'll be second down. That's a gain of 7 on the play.
Rich Gannon played this passage beautifully, rendering the defense irrelevant. We need to make accurate throws like that. The whole field starts to open up for it.
That's the 3rd time today he's hit a receiver way downfield.
Roy Brownberg can shoot for his team, so the runs look at the midfield.
Defensive back is against the wall, and they roll to the challenge field. Janikowski launches the 54-yard attempt, and it's up through the goalpost. Good. The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Janikowski booms up duty here. Runs out for a touchdown. The Chargers and their last drive stall out at the end. We'll see if they can keep momentum throughout the one, which starts at their own 20-yard line. The 22.
Tomlinson struck close to his blockers, but the play folded quicker than an over-caffeinated origami artist.
He's not made much headway up the middle, although it's not for lack of trying, and that's for sure.
They can't get effective blocking yet, and they're going to go elsewhere.
Oh, nice catch. A well-designed play there, Peter, and he will move the chain.
Great execution.
Oh, wow. Look at the yardage racked up through the air. That's the football. Let's take another look. That is a stellar effort on the part of the D. He's got his own all locked up tight. He knows how the play is going to go down.
And that gives him a chance to step in and make the play himself. You can't coach that.
Well, that's their second interception of the game. And is appearing to be the model for their defense. Choose up about 4 on the play. It seemed like the defense read that one from the beginning, and they forced it to continue with one of the teams.
Beautiful call by the deep coordinator.
And they forced that. And just the punt after this one. The Chargers let this one bounce, but it will pin them deep at the 5.
Shane Rucker handles this one nicely and puts it out of bounds and away from any potential return inside the 10. That's a nice punt.
The Chargers are back backed up yet again, and they will start this drive at their own 6-yard line.
Wilson not only cleaned the ball carrier's block in the backfield, but bumped and polished it too. Big hit for a loss.
He's now up to 6 tackles.
Second and 11.
Neal goes in motion. Great stop.
Well, Ron Wilson's been at this long enough to make plays like this in his sleep. One of only 2 active members of the NFL is a 75th anniversary All-Pro team. This guy can start working on his feet. Completion in double coverage here. Wow, now that is one confident QB.
Nice pass to Randy, really lining up the stat sheet.
Oh, you got it. So far, he's got 264 yards and 1 touchdown.
White goes in motion.
The ball so fast there, you'd think it hit him on the thumb or something.
He couldn't hold on to that one, and maybe that's why they don't throw the one that often.
No, he's more of a runner than a target out of the backfield.
Second down with 2 tight ends to the right.
For an incomplete pass into double coverage. He's got to use better judgment out there.
That would have gotten the first, but it's incomplete, and it will be 3rd down. Green throws a bullet to the left. It'll be 4th down.
But Danny Tomlinson ran out of bounds there, well short of where he wanted to go.
They get some yards out of that play, but they are short.
They didn't get quite the punch they wanted to.
It'll be 4th down. Zipper lines up for the punt. Zipper takes the long snap and punts it away. Buchanan fields the punt. To 33.
Philip Buchanan backed up a few yards on the run back there, pulling down the size of the play a little bit.
The Raiders stalled early last night, and we'll have to wait and see what happens here. That's 33 yards.
Cool back there, you have to take those passes, baby.
That's his first drop of the game, and while every drop does hurt, You can't throw too much blame on him for that one.
Well, that would have been a tough catch.
Lines up the pass after the 3-and-out. The 20
Well, for a few there, but after that gigantic punt, it was like carrying a single page on a War and Peace. It doesn't make much of a dent.
The Chargers have had some trouble moving the ball recently. We'll see what they do on this drive as they start at their own 29-yard line. Right goes in motion. Fires this one over. Brought down at the 38.
Check out the interception there on the replay game. Watch how he reacts to get in the ball's path. Nice. That's how you make the INT, baby.
Peter, you couldn't ask for more from him today. He has done his part.
And then some. So far, he's got 3 interceptions.
The Raiders are going to try and capitalize on the interception. Let's start this drive at the 38-yard line.
Right, Dan. Why simply defend the pass when you can deliver it?
Second down and 4 wideouts in the game. The Chargers will start this first play of the drive at their 36-yard line. It's a play on this end forces the incompletion.
They got a hand on that first ball and left no chance for a reception.
That is their 4th batted ball. Tell you, we've seen a number of good defensive plays from this squad.
We sure have. We'll see if they can keep it up there.
White goes in motion.
Wilson got himself in prime position to bat away that football before the receiver even had a shot at it.
They have really gotten after the ball as a team today. That is with their fifth batted ball.
Nice, aggressive D.
Third down, one man back.
Still makes the catch. I don't know if it was a good effort by him or a bad one by the defense. They couldn't have both. Oh, it's hard to believe that's the way it worked.
The balls are coming his way in the middle, and he's back on day. You have to like the performance so far.
Well, they don't like any receivers willing to go over the middle and sacrifice their ball and make a catch.
Green unrolls up to the right sideline, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Charles Woodson found himself in a prime position to bat away that football before the receiver even had a shot at it.
You know, as a team, they are batting down passes left and right. That is their sixth so far.
Great anticipation in the pass.
White goes in motion. It's up about two, and that brings up third down. Third down, 8 yards to go. Green throws a bullet to the flat. Zipper gets ready to take this away. Zipper takes the long snap and kicks what will be a short one. Buchanan there catches it at the 12. The Raiders offense takes the field and they have a way to go. They'll start at their own 15-yard line. Chews up about 4 on the play. And that'll do it for the third quarter. The Chargers with a small lead, 7-6. Second down, tight end to the left. That's their third interception of the game, and Peter, the D is holding in on the passing game. Play, I love it. The Chargers start this drive already in field goal position, and they're going to line up at the 29-yard line. wait until him downfield. That's a great catch. It's all about being in the right place at the right time, Dan. Perfect execution.
And Peter, with this receiver size, that was nothing short of a mismatch out there.
That kind of reminds me of how I try to cover my
Picks up about 2, and that will bring up second down.
Cottonee and Tomlinson used the blocking, but this stingy defense didn't give up much at all on that last play.
Not a lot of room. Second down. Here's the extra point, and it's good. There's the signal, and we're ready. This was planned, and the end zone for a touchdown. The Chargers were intercepted last time out. We'll see what happens here. We'll start at their own 20-yard line.
Second and 3.
Dyson goes in motion. Third down to the line. There was some game there, but not enough for the point.
He's been working hard so far. That's his eighth tackle. Lines up the punt after the 3 and 8. Zipper takes the snap and punts it away. Buchanan gets it to 33.
Jefferson yards after feeling the solid point.
The Raiders will start a drive with the lead for the first time in this game. They'll begin at the 37-yard line. Egan gets over the top of the nice pass, and a pass incomplete. Second down, both wide out to the right.
incomplete pass.
It's complete. That would have made for a bit shorter third down play, but the defense had other ideas.
Anticipation is a strong excuse. Just make all the pieces fall into place.
Third down coming up. Quickly, there's a motion. Blackburn lines up for the punt. The Chargers haven't got much out of their offense recently, and we'll see if they can get back on track here. This drive begins at their own 20-yard line. And that brings up second down.
Second and 3.
Dyson is in motion. And then finally tackles him just behind the line.
Rod Woodson targeted the ball carrier early and didn't even let him get back to the line of scrimmage.
Another tackle, and it seems like we're always calling his name. What a game we've seen in the second round.
Definitely carrying his weight that way.
Green pulls it
Tough throw, but inaccurate throw.
That's his fourth deep ball connection, and he is really using his arm to its fullest so far.
He's just on. As you can see, he's up over the top.
Tomlinson after the handoff picks up 8 yards.
Second and 2. Short of the marker. The only thing that's going to grow there is the D's on the left.
They hold pretty firm there, and they've got to do it again on third and short.
Oh, look at those guys.
Tomlinson picks up the yard on the play, and they convert the third down.
Daniel Tomlinson, 9 yards by staying so close to his blockers. I think they were sure he'd get a back.
Well, he did a pretty nice job there converting on third down.
Didn't get an output and moved it. Good job.
First down, 2 receivers to the right.
Second and 5. 46-20.
Knight goes in motion.
Final Drayton makes a save, dropping the ball carrier before he could get to the marker.
That's his ninth tackle of the game. gave him the space he needed to make the play. Great blocking up team.
Another ball off the gut, and we've seen him take more than his share of carries there. He's definitely had lanes to run through.
That's great blocking up play.
First down and 10. Nice play of the drive coming up. Sapp gets the sack at the 49.
One sack off the quarterback like a sack lunch behind the line. Just without crossing the field.
Another sack, and he's got 2 for the game. Second down, and Cottonee gets back to the line of scrimmage. Let's go back and revisit that last tackle in the backfield. Great stop.
I tell you what, Dan, one sack gets his motor running around July or August. Hey, it doesn't start off until February. This guy's injecting me with a faster than second for none in the NFL. You just made another terrific play right there.
Him from the ball. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up. Shepard gets the snap and punts it away. Buchanan, after 13. After 20.
Philip Buchanan didn't have much room to work with back there. The special team squad made sure he couldn't respond to that really nice punt.
The Raiders will start this drive at their own 20-yard line. Not much there. It'll be second down. Third down and 4 wideouts in the game.
Jerry Rice gets open and gets the football for a game there. Watch this again.
He is wide open. The defense clearly fell apart on that one.
And you can't leave anyone that open in the NFL. Or they will make you pay, baby.
Another great catch from Peter. He's been working that right side of the field.
Looks like he's trying to weakness Unfortunately, he was an ineligible receiver, and that's a penalty.
Second down, 3 wideouts in the game. Another one today. You know what they put in his oatmeal this morning?
The 34.
Caldwell did a nice job getting some yards after feeling the solid hard.
The Chargers have their last drive stall out at the end. We'll see if they can keep momentum throughout this one, which starts at their 34-yard line. At the 30.
Washington nails his man behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to cost the offense a few yards. Oh, yeah, that's a great job of getting to the quarterback. Nice set.
That's number 4 on the game for this defense. They've made their presence felt.
Yes, they have, man.
Dyson goes in motion. Incomplete.
Demar Walker came in and got a hand on that first line. He has no chance for a reception there.
Another batted ball. They have been attacking the pass every chance they get.
That's right, Dan. Won't simply defend the pass when you can obliterate it. Charles Wilson got down the ball forward just before he got to the marker. A good game, but not good enough.
After another 6 for him, good game so far. Shepard lines up the ball after the 3-and-out. Shepard gets the ball and punts it away. Buchanan fields the ball after 26. The 35.
Philip Buchanan packed up a few yards on the run back there, dribbling down the sides of the court a little bit.
The Raiders offense takes the field with time winding down. They'll start at the 35-yard line. Gains about 3 yards.
Second and 6. But this stingy defense didn't give up much at all in that last play.
A lot of room on that play. It will be third down. Third down, 2 wideouts on the field. Third down with the tight end, White. Heads out right. Blake lines up for the punt. Punts it away. The 26.
Reece Caldwell backed up a few yards on the run back there, dribbling down the sides of the court a little bit.
The Chargers start this drive of the game from well in their own territory, and the clock at 1 146.
Look, Dan, great receiving yards there. That will help your fantasy team.
Breeze tackles it out left side, and this one is incomplete.
Lorenzo Neal had that ball in his hands on that play, and he just dropped it.
Peter, well, I tell you, he seems to be in a bit of a funk recently. Yeah, I mean, that's his fourth ball thrown his way, and he can't reel it in.
Yeah, funky Dan, he's just got to grab one to get his confidence back up.
7 down, 1 man down.
Mark Parker has a good game here, gets past the marker. That's nice execution. Let's have a look. He got what he needed, and then put it on bounds. Nice play.
Well-designed play there, Peter, and he removed the chain.
Great execution.
First down, the clock is stopped at 1:32. Incomplete.
Philip Jones, and he's got a deal on that football, and he left no chance for a reception.
That had potential for some yards, Peter, but the defense was on top of it and shut it down.
Get them out of there.
Second down coming up.
Look at all the interceptions there.
Separates him from the ball. Incomplete.
Charles Woodson has superb coverage on that play. No wonder it's incomplete.
On second down, they tried for the first, but it's played well by the defense. That will bring up third down.
Nice pressure that time.
Breeze throws a bullet to the ground. Take a timeout. That's their final one.
I love watching great plays like this again. It's great the first time around, but it's really sweet on the replay. I just can't get enough of this action. What a tremendous display of athleticism. They have time, Dan, and they have timeouts. They might make it happen. Last play, wait for enough time to allow them to run up the clock now. All they need to do is sit on it, and this game is in the bag. Yeah, I want to point out something on that last play. Did you notice the job he did in letting the fullback line all the way down before snapping the ball? That's good clock management.
is going to do it for this one.
The Raiders are on top 13-7. For my partner, Peter O'Keefe, this is Dan Stevens saying goodbye until next time.
All right, Dan, thank you. This one is in the books as we welcome you all to our ESPN video game post-game show. I'm Chris Berman. The Raiders stepped it up for sure, putting up some good numbers. Let's get started in this one early in the third quarter. Drew Brees would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. After driving 44 yards on 6 plays, Sebastian Janikowski gets the call for the lengthy field goal attempt. He would in fact deliver, connect on their second field goal. Bolts leading by 1. Napoleon Harris would come up with the big play to kill a drive, and was able to step in front of a wayward pass for an INT. The Bolts again have it. Drew Brees connected with his man on this one. Bolts ahead, 7-6. Derek Gibson is reading the quarterback guys all the way, and he's able to get his hands on this one and pick it off. The Raiders, after getting an interception, the Raiders with the ball at the 39. Ben Lieber is in the right place at the right time, as his interception was a possible momentum shift. The Bolts, after getting an interception, Bolts ahead by 1. Drew Brees would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. The Raiders on deep, Drayton Flores would come up with a big play to kill a drive, and he was able to step in front of a wayward pass for an INT. Raiders behind, 7-6. The incomparable Ron Woodson was able to step in front of his pass and pick one off. It wasn't done there. Touchdown for the Raiders. Not a lot of action after that, and that's where we end up. Raiders squeak out a win, 13-7. Now let's take a second to chat with our player of the game. The guy who's going to be all over the field on defense. It came up big play after big play. Derek Gibson is on the sidelines with Susie Collins. Susie?
Thanks, Chris. You transcended the competition today, and you moved them out in this nail-biter game. What put you guys over the top?
You know what it is? It's about defense. Our D-line came up big today. They were making tackles and putting pressure in the pocket. I'm proud of them. That's how we do it.
Chris, back to you.
That winds up our broadcast of the NFL preseason on ESPN. The worldwide leader in sports for 25 years and counting. I'm Chris Berman. Thanks for joining us.
And look at all the happy tailgaters as they get set to cheer for the hometown team.
This game is the quarterback with excellent mobility. If he doesn't see something happening downfield or the pocket breaks down, he doesn't mind scrambling in the lane. Right up there, his teammate is a strong leader. Larry Carter is a receiver who has unbelievable speed. This guy's built like a 67 jet. He takes off and on the horizon before he can blink. Deadly combination of it. I'm excited to see how it turns out.
All right, Peter, we'll keep our eye on it as the game progresses, but first, the quarterback. There's
the signal, and we're ready. Peters picks it off to begin the game. And Gabriel fields it all the way back to the third.
Gabriel tried to run it out, but the defense preferred that he stayed put, and they made their case pretty forcefully there.
The Raiders will start this first play of the drive at their own 20-yard line. He's got the first down and a whole lot more. It looks like, we've had an injury down on the field. And as soon as we hear anything, we'll be sure to pass the information along to you.
Kenny, can you deal with this?
Second down, two receivers to the left.
That is how you're supposed to throw the passing ball.
It seemed like the defense read that and was going to begin, and they forced the incompletion of what would have been.
Beautiful call by the defense. And their fourth down. That's all. That's up to the people. This one deep.
The Chargers send their offense out on the field and will start this drive at their own 20-yard line.
The receivers line up as the defense settles into a nickel package.
White goes in motion. Breeze throws a bullet to the flat. It's complete at the 21. Runs out of bounds at the 26. Godfrey was shaken up earlier, and I hear Susie Tolman has a report for us. Susie?
Thank you, Dan. He came off the field complaining of lower leg pain, and the trainers are saying he's got a high ankle sprain. They're fitting him with a brace, and they told me that he will be ready to go back in later in the game. Dan, back to you.
As always, we'll hope for the best up here in the booth. Thank you, Susie.
Wellington picks up a yard on the play, and that will bring up third down.
But Ian Tomlinson used the blocking, but this stingy defense didn't give up much at all on that last play.
Not a lot of room on that play. It will be third down. Oakland challenging the side of the ball. This is their first challenge of the game, and even if they lose this one, they still have one challenge left.
As you watch the replay here, look for where the ball is when he's tackled. Remember, all he needs is one knee to be down. After a review, the call on the field is overturned. Oakland will not be charged for being back.
Fourth down. He likes the call, and he's trying to pass it in. He's all the way. Fourth down, and the punting unit is on the field. Zipper takes the long snap and punts it away. He's taking the field to the back. The 27. The 29.
Didn't have much room to work with back there. The special teams squad made sure he couldn't respond to that really nice play.
The Raiders called early last time, and we'll have to wait and see what happens here. They start at their own 39-yard line. There's a motion. This is number 12 on the scene.
Made it happen.
Just made well past the markers for a first down.
Rich Gaines makes a risky pass here. Incompletion. That's good guts, man. Check it out. Oh, a perfect pass. It was good to the operator to get in there between the two defenders.
A well-designed play there, Peter, and he wheels the chain.
Great execution.
First down, 10 yards to go. There's a motion.
Disrupting. He got in there and he smacked that pass away. Great deal.
On second down, they tried for the first, but it's played well by the defense. That will bring up third down.
Nice pressure that time.
The 35.
Martin Janick gets the interception. But that really happened because his teammate got in there and tipped it. Oh, it's all about coordinating the defense, man. Playing as a team.
Boy, that was a heads-up play to come away with your first interception of the game.
Yeah, you gotta love to be like that.
The Chargers are going to try and capitalize on the interception. They'll start this drive at the 35-yard line.
Field goes in motion.
Tomlinson gains 3 yards, and that brings up second down.
Second and 7. Ball at the 33-yard line.
No good. Incomplete.
That's our baby. Here's a message.
Caldwell goes in motion. Incomplete. It'll be fourth down.
Derek Gibson knocked that pass down. They made sure the only one to touch the football was him.
Well, the D holds tight on 3rd and long and forces an incompletion. That was a good call by the defensive coordinator.
And it sure was. Perfect team for that situation.
And he will bring up 4th down. Zipper lines up the punt after the 3. Zipper gets the snap and kicks what will be a short one. The Raiders let it bounce out of bounds at the 12.
Mike Sippers did a good job angling the punt out of bounds, so the offense will start off stuck inside the 20.
The Raiders were intercepted last time out. We'll see what happens here. They'll start at their own 5-yard line. Gannon throws it in on the right side. And the big catch is made with Taylor in front of him. And he's at the 35. First down.
Jim Brown is matched up well with the defense on this one, but is able to stay one step ahead for the completion. It's worth another look here. Oh yeah, the D might want to put more men on him next time.
And another attempt to stretch the field in this early going, but this time he gets his team's first big completion.
Yeah, Dan, in the weak pass, that's part of the game plan for that. Throw the ball deep and keep throwing the ball deep.
Left hand is well past the markers for a first down.
Jim Brown plays man-to-man, to man. With 3 defenders, still makes the catch. What a player.
Nice catch, Peter, and his stats reflect that.
Definitely, Dan. He's now got 89 yards on 3 catches.
First down, 1 man down. Nice job eliminating any forward progress on that play. That will bring up the 3rd and long.
His neighborhood. Great presence of mind to try for the football there.
Well, that's their 2nd interception of the game. Stingy is appearing to be the motto for their defense.
Either that or give me the ball.
The Chargers have had some trouble moving the ball recently. We'll see what they do on this drive as they start at their own 12-yard line. White goes in motion. to that made the tackle.
They put a stop to this play behind the line of scrimmage. Pretty good call by the defensive coordinator.
A good game. He had it all locked up.
That will bring up second down. Green throws it over to the back. The catch is made for a gain of a couple.
Good Breeze had a nice pass past the coverage and got the completion. Tough throw, but an accurate throw.
And Peter, he reminds me a little of a lion laying in the weeds out there waiting to pounce.
And he's got all the reflexes to bring that guy down.
Wilson covers the receiver and forces him to drop the ball. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Charles Wilson has superb coverage on that play. No wonder he's incomplete.
Well, the knee holds tight on third and long and forces an incompletion. That was a good call by the defensive coordinator.
It sure was. Perfect team for that situation.
And it will bring up fourth down. Zipper lines up deep in his own territory to punt it away. Zipper gets the ball and punts it away. To 41.
And if you've done it, it's a guide third-year man out of Miami, and his liable to go all the way. If he can get the return angle right, advice to tacklers here. No fancy moves. Just bring him down quick.
The Raiders had their last drive stall out at the end. We'll see if they can keep momentum throughout this one, which starts at the 41-yard line. Right side, and he's stopped right there.
Jerry Rice had just one guy on him and makes the most of it. And he schooled that guy so bad, I can smell the chalk dust.
That's broken kind of a cold streak for him. Last two passes this way were incomplete. Let's see if he stays on track. Quickly, 85 on the play, and that brings up third down.
Alan Weaver got aggressive with the stiff arm there to keep that play going.
A decent play, and they'll now face third and short.
Make third down easy on this one.
Even farther away from the marker. That will bring up fourth down. Fourth down, and the field goal unit is on the field. Launches the 51-yard attempt, and that was Philly.
Sebastian Janikowski nails it from a long ways away. I think that's just inside his range.
Barely. Actually, there's not too many kickers in this league who can make that with any consistency.
Let me put it this way, man. If you have to have someone standing near the goalpost and they let you know you made it, that's a long kick.
The ref checks the signal, and we're set. This will fly out of the end zone for a touchback. What a kick. The Chargers haven't got much out of their offense recently, and we'll see if they can get back on track here. This drive begins at their own 20-yard line. Play goes in motion. Breeze draws the 30-yard line, and the pass is made at the marker for a first down.
Good Breeze had it. First time on this play, and it works. Makes it a little more exciting to watch, too. If he wasn't accurate on this throw, it would have been an interception. It's a real fine line.
Right goes in motion. Second down, both wide out to the right. They couldn't connect on this one. Incomplete.
Kevin Dyson had that ball in his hands on that play, and he just dropped it.
That's the third incompletion his way, Peter.
Yeah, he's starting to look a little frustrated down there, too. Third and five. Ball at the 31.
And this one to the left side.
Picks up some huge yards, gets it to the outside, and eventually rolls out of bounds. Nice play. He got what he needed to get it back to the sideline.
Beautiful pickup, Peter. Everyone on the offense is happy about that play.
Great call by the offensive coordinator.
And it will be a first down. Neal goes in motion. That pass will fall harmlessly to the ground, and it's incomplete.
Kevin Dyson looked like he had a solid catch there, and yet somehow he found a way to drop it.
Peter, well, I tell you, he seems to be in a bit of a funk recently. Yeah, I mean, that's his fourth ball thrown his way, and he can't reel it in.
He's just got to grab one to get his confidence.
Green tips it to the left
Two defenders have come away with the football.
Oh, nice catch. They've been having some real success by keeping him on the left side of the field, Peter.
Yeah, and that's because of this great route he's been running.
Dyson goes in motion.
Double coverage.
Wow, now that was one confidence QB. The touchdown, and there is no better way to start off a play than like that.
Nothing better than points, man.
Now the extra point, and it's gone. The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Gabriel fields the kickoff at the interesting information up on the screen.
Oh, you bet. Not a ton of action, but they're not out of it yet. Their D is playing strong and a little offensive rhythm to turn this game around. Doug Gabriel got waylaid by the defense before he was able to put much on the run back.
The Raiders offense takes the field, and their running game has yet to get on track. We'll see if it happens here as they start at their own 19-yard line. Third down and 4 wideouts is the game.
I don't know what protection. Let's have a look. Dan, it's all about focus and persistence. He was not going to let that quarterback get that pass.
They pushed him back even farther. The corner could get first down, get anywhere. This was too early for one. One line not going to run it. Like the one has the snap and follows this one deep. Here's the deep punt at the 38. Back down at the 47.
Reached out well, prepared for a few there, but after that gigantic punt, it was like carrying a single page on War and Peace. It doesn't make much of a difference.
The Chargers offense takes the field, and they are already halfway there. They'll start at their 47-yard line. Dyson goes in motion. Number called on first down, and nobody gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Brady Smith with the tackle.
Second down, 3 wideouts in the game.
Ball at the Chargers, 37 yards.
They couldn't connect on this one. Incomplete.
Kevin Dyson was the intended receiver. Wayne Rice with the Breeze showing off some precision passing out there, Dan. Clearly, he's exploiting the short game so far, and he's got 83 yards and 1 touchdown. It's the Steelers here, baby. We gotta stop it. Ball at the Chargers, 37 yards.
There's the catch and another delivery. They really didn't phase him there.
Maybe they ought to send in a third.
Third and long, and they get the big play to convert. What do you think of that, Peter?
I love it. That's what football is all about, making the big plays you need to, and you can't coach that.
Carry on first down, and the game close to 6.
Kevin Dyson, notice with a block on that last play. We took an old one. That's something you don't see very often.
They move the ball, and it will be second down. Second down from the shotgun. Green, to the far end, it's complete for a gain of 3 yards.
Wilson brought down the ball for the market. There was some gain there, but not enough for the first.
They hold pretty firm there, and they've got to do it again on 3rd and short.
Third and 8.
Dyson goes in motion.
When you get the initial surge like that, good things happen, especially on the ground.
Nice play, and with only a short distance to the first, they put it together and make it happen.
The third short always looks easy, but it's not for him. Look at last year's step. Talk about a great season.
Green throws a high right sideline and hits it. A touchdown.
Kevin Dyson. Watch here as he makes the catch.
Right there, and then he runs for a few more.
Classic over-delivering.
That touchdown is going to establish some distance between them, Peter.
That's a big score.
Here's the point after, and it's good.
Gabriel tried to run it out, but the defense preferred that he stayed put, and they made their case pretty forcefully there.
The Raiders offense takes the field, and they will start at their own 22-yard line. That will bring up first down.
Tyrone Weaver makes a great play here, picks up some huge yards, takes it to the outside, and eventually runs out of bounds. Check it out. Nice play. He got what he needed, and then he headed for the sideline.
Coach Schottenheimer doesn't agree with the call, and we're going to see the red flag.
Challenge.
San Diego is challenging one of the players step out of bounds. This is their first challenge of the game, and even if they lose this one, they still have one challenge left.
Keep an eye on him to see if he goes out of bounds here. Watch him and watch the sideline.
After review, the player steps out of bounds. The ball was spotted at the 30-yard line. San Diego will not be charged for timeout. Second down. You took the ball and second down, just a single receiver on the field. Legler lines up the punt snap for the 3 and out. This one deep. 31.
Reese Caldwell returned for a few there, but after that gigantic punt, it was like carrying a small page on a roaring feast. It doesn't make much of a difference.
And that'll do it for quarter number 1. The Chargers enjoy the lead 14-3. The Chargers come out on offense and are well ahead. They have yet another shot to score and start this drive at the 31-yard line. Dyson goes in motion.
Has great presence of mind to react to the pass and make the interception.
He turned upfield hoping that he could add some positive yards to the play.
Just a little, but that pickoff was most important.
Boy, that was a heads-up play to come away with his first interception of the game.
Well, you gotta love to be like that.
The Raiders offense pressed the score here. This drive will start at the 30-yard line. the 16. That will bring up first down.
First down, big run. It's dangerous when he ad-libs. And check it out. Well, that scramble got him some yards. He was lucky on that one.
That was a good effort to duck the pressure that time. He's been known to pull those moves off on occasion.
He's got what you want from a money position like that. And the ability to tuck it down and make time out and make it happen.
He's up about 4 on the play.
Okay, so you know it's always the fact. We're going to get this happen. And we're going to go just like it is. We're going to execute. We're going to stay strong. And we're going to get to the spot we need to. Okay, fellas? Second one.
Either that will put a touchdown in his stat column.
And that's always nice to have him. So far, he's got 42 yards and 1 touchdown.
The point after, and it's good. The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Janikowski pockets this one deep. White downs this in the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, let's do it.
The Chargers bring their offense on the field and will start this drive at their own 20-yard line. Dyson goes in motion. Green throws it up the right sideline and it's knocked away from the receiver incomplete.
Okay, really good stuff, man. Drew Brees is picking off his receivers, finding the open man, and that's evident as you review the Chargers. Note the short passes and how that's enabled him to rack up 127 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Second down with the tight end right. Dyson getting all that one in, and the throw is incomplete. Incomplete.
With the deflection.
Zipper gets ready to punt this away. Zipper takes the snap and punts it away. Buchanan fields the punt. The 43.
Philip Buchanan gets some congratulations from his special teams coach on this one. See, he makes the catch, and now he's off to get some more good yards and help his team out with field position. Good play.
The Raiders get great field position yet again. They'll start this one at the 43-yard line. At the 21, and he stopped right there. It will be first down.
Shannon brings it across the field and finds his man. That, my friends, is a strong arm.
Peter, that's his first touchdown pass of the game. How do his stats look?
Well, so far, he's got 164 yards and 1 touchdown.
It's good. There's the signal, and we're ready. Blooms of beauty here. Cottonee downs this in the end zone for a touchdown. The Chargers offense comes out and finds themselves losing for the first time in the game. This drive will start at their own 20-yard line. Green uncatches to the left sideline and it's incomplete.
Kevin Dyson had that one come right to him back there. You have to catch those passes, baby.
Another ball comes his way and another incompletion. Come up blank so many times in a row is, well, it's got to be demoralizing for a player.
Absolutely, but you got to fight through the slump and grab one to get rolling again. But Damian Tomlinson stuck close to his blockers as the play folded quicker than an overstep when needed origami artist.
Well, not much of a gain there, and they will face third down.
Third and long, too, then. Big play coming up.
Third down, one man back. Green throws a bullet to the side. Fourth down, coming up.
Now the Alcinoga managed to take him down just before he got to the marker.
They are low there, but they do force the fourth down.
Way to attack the ball.
Sickles lines it up after the 3-and-out. Sickles gets the snap and punts it away. Buchanan gives it at the 34.
Philip Buchanan for a nice job getting some yards after fielding a solid punt.
The Raiders will start a drive with the lead for the first time in this game. They'll begin at their 34-yard line. Goes in motion. He's up about 4 on the play. Second down for the Odds and 6. And that will bring up third down. For the first down and a whole lot more.
Jim Brown is just crazy good on this play, Dan. He refuses to be intimidated by triple coverage. I would have tried to throw somewhere else, I think. But it didn't matter. He made the catch. Great job.
That's another medium-range catch for him. He's really found his niche in there.
Yeah, unless he starts getting shut down, there's no reason for him to be perfect. With those impressive numbers, he's going to receiving now.
Second down, 3 wideouts in the game.
Perfect position.
That's the third interception for the game. And Peter, the D is holding in on the passing game.
That top play, I love it.
The Chargers are going to try and capitalize on the interception. They'll start this drive at their 35-yard line. Buchanan puts a lick on the receiver and separates him from the ball. Incomplete.
Drew Brees knows how to spread the ball around, as you can see by this passing play. He's getting the ball into his receiver's hands and has piled up 132 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Play goes in motion. Breeze throws a ball.
Drew Brees rolled the dice by targeting the receiver with 2 defenders near him. Let the pass lift and then move the ball.
Either that was another pass out to the left. He's definitely favoring that side of the field.
A lot of his primary reads have been there, and if he's can make them, nobody's going to mind.
Third down and 4 wideouts in the game. Incomplete. It'll be 4th down.
And the Optimuga got himself in prime position to bat away that football before the receiver even had a shot at it.
That is their 4th batted ball. Tell you, we've seen a number of good defensive plays from this squad.
Sure have. Let's see if they can keep it up, though.
Shepard lines up for the punt. Shepard takes the long snap and punts it away. Lieutenant Peter is the Raiders stalled early last night, and we'll have to wait and see what happens here. They'll start at their own 25-yard line. Not much there. It'll be 2nd down.
I think this if you get down before, you were hoping for more.
2nd down from the shotgun. He will be short of the marker. That will bring up 4th down.
Johnny Edwards made the save, dropping the ball carrier before he could get to the marker. somewhat of lesser skill, but they to make this
Oh, you bet. Look at how many times they've had to punt it away. They've got to put a few longer drives together to get into the end zone. Reese Caldwell got 10 deep by a beauty of a kick there. By the time he looked up, there's nowhere to go.
The Chargers haven't got much out of their offense recently, and we'll see if they can get back on track here. This drive begins at their own 23-yard line. Buchanan kicks it away on the coverage, incomplete. Scott had to leave the field earlier in the game, and now Susie Calder has a report. Susie?
Thanks, Dan. The team doctor's diagnosis is that he's twisted his ankle. They're taping him, but it may not be enough. I've been told that his return is questionable. Guys, back to you.
As always, we'll hope for the best up here in the booth. Thank you, Susie.
Wow, look at those tackles. That's how you play sideline to sideline.
Smith kicks it away on the coverage, incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Brady Smith has to disrupt things. He got in there and smacked that pass away. Great D.
You know that as a team, they are batting down passes left and right. That is their sixth so far.
Great anticipation of that.
And Tiffany gets ready to punt this away. Tiffany takes the snap and punts it away. Buchanan catches it.
Back with a few yards on the run back there. Putting down the size of the punt a little bit.
The Raiders have had some trouble moving the ball recently. We'll see what they do on this drive as they start at their 40-yard line. He picks up 9.
Rich Gannon with a perfect pass back there. You know, I had a better shot at it than the defense did. And, hey, I'm up here in the booth.
That's another pass that went pretty much down the middle. He hasn't been working the sides.
Well, he's obviously very confident in his throwing in the line of the offensive. He's showing the team his confidence. He can find some room and turn on the jets. He's doing his part, and look at the numbers here. So far, he's got 55 yards on 20 carries.
First down, tight end to the left. As well, past the markers for a first down.
Jerry Rice makes the catch with 3 defenders on his case.
I just don't know why the throw was made in the triple coverage. Hey, it worked. Yes, it did. And another completion, and he's definitely shaping up to be a major factor in this game.
Only something clear still, but if he can keep it up, he can have a typically
That's his second tackle so far.
Lone Reaper
Makes the catch and then takes it for a great run here. Now he's got it. If you give him the room, he'll be happy to take it from him. Nice run after the catch, and that's what they expect from him. That's his job description. You won't see him running a fullback, but you will see him make plays off a pure catches. Now, there's a motion. Forces the incompletion. The defense could be themselves, but they let this one get away. Yeah, Peter, they had him double covered, and they still couldn't get to the ball in time. Incredible receiver. Nothing gets in the way. That's often kind of a two passes this way were incomplete. Let's see if he stays on track. It's good. And we're set. What a kickoff through the uprights. Give that kicker 3 points. The Chargers offense takes the field, and their running game has yet to get on track. We'll see if it happens here as they start at their own 20-yard line. The coach has got to love the sheer physicality of a player like that. He really put some moves on to get free there. He's a clear winner in that matchup, Dan. I'd go with the same team again. They're watching game more than not enough to the front. They don't allow them to convert, but they do allow them to get very close. Let's see if they can come up with another big snap. First down with 2 tight ends to the right. About 3 yards. Right, goes in motion. It's up about 2, and that will bring up 3rd down. With the tackle. 3rd down from the line.
makes a play on this and forces the incompletion. That will bring up fourth down.
Charles Woodson came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception.
Another batted ball. They have a chance they go.
Once you can defend the pass when you can obliterate it.
Shepard lines up for the punt. Gets the snap and punts it away. You take the punt at the 16. Stop at the 18.
They have much room to work with back there. The special team squad made sure he couldn't respond to that really nice punt.
The Raiders offense takes the field, and they have been very effective for the year. We'll see what happens as they try to at the long 18-yard line. The defensive side of the ball today and getting some nice shoulder Third down, one man back. Lines up deep in his own territory to punt it away.
Reese Caldwell returned for a few there, but after that gigantic buck, it was like carrying a single page out of War and Peace. It doesn't make much of a dent.
The Chargers offense takes the field with the clock at 27. This one will fall incomplete.
Kevin Dyson had some room on the fringes there, but couldn't really look at it.
Another ball comes his way and another incompletion. Come up blank so many times in a row is, well, it's got to be demoralizing for a player.
Absolutely, but you got to fight through the slump and grab one to get rolling again. Yards on that play back there. You gotta get some yards before you can run out of bounds, fella.
No forward progress on that play, and that will bring up a third and long. Third down, 3 wideouts in the game. Woodson gets it away on the coverage. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Rod Woodson came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception.
A nice defensive play will give him his second batted ball of the game.
Great reason.
Shepard lines up the punt after the 3 and out. Shepard takes the snap and punts it away. The Raiders offense takes the field with the clock at 5. Gain 5 on the play, and that'll do for the first half of this one. The Raiders enjoying the lead 24-14. And now let's send you to Chris Berman in our studios in Bristol for the ESPN halftime report. Boomer?
Okay, Dana, we'll get back to you guys in a moment. Welcome, everybody, to the ESPN Halftime Show. I'm Chris Berman. Now we'll look at our halftime comparison. And as you can see, Tony Arch definitely tell the story thus far. The Raiders are winning because of it. Let's see if they can keep up their dominance in the second half. An exciting start to this one, right on the first play from scrimmage. Rich Loose Gannon would find his target on this one. Raiders still in the first quarter. The ball at their own 48. Clayton Chandler is leading the quarterback guys all the way as he's able to get a chance on this one and pick it off. Raiders still early in the first. Tim Brown emerged as a real weapon as he pulled one in here. The Raiders have it again. Sebastian Janikowski sets up for a long one here. He's got plenty of room on this one. It's through a 52-yard field goal. Raiders leading 3-0. Drew Brees would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. A 21-yard play to set up a Chargers touchdown. The Chargers are in front for the first time. They're now up by 4. Chargers towards the end of the first quarter. This time at the 25-yard line. Drew Brees connected with his man on this one. A 24-yard touchdown for the Chargers. Chargers later on in the second quarter. Wolves up by 11. Philip Buchanan come up with a big play to kill a drive. He was able to step in front of a wayward pass for an INT. The Raiders have it off an interception. Tyrone Wheatley led his big old offensive line pave the way on this one. A 12-yard touchdown for the Raiders. Raiders down 14-10. Rich Loose Gannon will find his target on this one. The 20-yard touchdown for the Raiders. The Raiders take the lead again and go up by 3. Raiders midway through the second, this time at the 32. Sammy Davis shows some great awareness here as he gets himself into position to pick this one off. Raiders late into the second quarter. Raiders up by 3. Rich Loose Gannon would find his target on this one. And that's where we'll leave this one. Wolves are down at the half, 24-14. Today's halftime hero has turned in an incredible performance thus far. Tim Brown has been unstoppable. So that'll do it from here. Let's send you back out there to Dan Stevens and Peter O'Keefe. Dan?
Thanks, Chris. And today's game has been presented in ESPN Game Sound. Designed and developed in collaboration with Dolby, the leader in surround sound technology. The Chargers get the ball first this half, and they could use a score right out of the gates to get back into this one. They currently trail 24-14. Let's get down to the field and the action. Right, now gets in the end zone for a touchdown. The Chargers will start this drive at their own 20-yard line. White goes in motion. Woodson makes a play on this one and forces the incompletion.
Woodson wanted that one away clean. The receiver didn't have a prayer in getting that one.
That's his third batted ball. And he is doing his part, that is for sure.
Nice to see aggressive deal like that, Dave.
Second down, both tight ends left. Incomplete.
Ron Woodson couldn't have read that play any better if it was tattooed on the inside of his helmet.
On second down, they tried for the first, but it's played well by the defense. That will bring up third down.
Nice pressure that time. Bernard Walker does a fantastic job breaking down the play and knowing where to be to intercept the pass. Having help in the zone really paid off for him.
Well, that's their second interception of the game, and stingy is appearing to be the motto for their defense.
Either that or give me the ball.
The Raiders offense takes the field, and they are already in field goal position. They'll line up at the 27-yard line. First down and a whole lot more.
Rich Gannon makes a risky pass here and completes it. That took guts, Dan. Check it out. Oh, perfect pass. And it had to be accurate to get in there between the two defenders.
Great pass, Peter, and he's having a terrific day so far.
So far, he's got 263 yards and 2 touchdowns.
First down, goal to go. He's not made much headway up the middle. It's the lack of time, and that's for sure.
They can't get effective blocking over the direction. Does a great job here battling 3 defenders. It's definitely worth a second look. Let's watch. He still comes up with the ball. Wow, you can't coach that.
The balls are coming his way in the middle, and he's making them pay. You have to like that performance so far.
But they're not like any receiver is willing to go over the middle and sacrifice the ball to make the play.
It's good. There's the signal, and we're ready. This will fly out of the end zone for a touchdown. The Chargers are fading fast and are in need of a score. Their offense will start this vital drive at their own 20-yard line. Back down at the 23.
Nice job picking off the pass there. He's got it, and he gets a little more with that nice little run back.
Peter, you couldn't ask for more from him today. He has done his part.
And then some. So far, he's got 2 interceptions.
The Raiders have yet another shot at scoring and are in command. Their offense takes the field and starts this down at the 23-yard line.
second before it even started, really. Textbook zone coverage there.
Well, Lee holds tight on 3rd and long and forces an incompletion. That was a good call by the defensive coordinator.
I'm sure that's perfect key to that situation.
And it'll bring up 4th down. 4th down, and the field goal unit is on the field. Gronkowski kicks from 39 yards. Puts it straight through the uprights and good.
Sebastian Janikowski turns it whizzing between the goalposts for a field goal straight down the pipe. Sebastian Janikowski picking up
The
the
ref
ball.
gets the signal, and we're set. Janikowski buckets this one deep. White tries to pick it out of the end zone. 21.
Well, a little bit of low risky, he gets out close to the play, so it all comes out of the walk on that one.
The Chargers return the ball over the past 2 times out. They need to hold on to it as they start to stride at their own 21-yard line. White goes in motion. Takes it across the line of scrimmage and gains about 3 yards.
With the tackle.
Second down and 4 wideouts in the game. Gibson keeps an eye on the coverage, incomplete.
Derek Gibson with the ball. Drew Brees is really struggling out there today. As you can see by the numbers, it's all bad. Up to now, he's got 136 yards and 3 interceptions. Let's finish this series off.
Lee throws a ball to the front. It'll be 4th down.
Philip Buchanan made the save, dropping the ball carrier before he could get to the marker.
That's his 2nd tackle so far. Simmons lines up for the punt. Zipper gets the ball and punts it away. Buchanan to 35. To 39.
Philip Buchanan didn't have much room to work with that time. Special teams squad made sure he couldn't respond to that really nice punt.
The Raiders offense will start this drive at their 39-yard line. Goes in motion. It'll be 2nd down. Well past the markers for a 1st down.
Jerry Rice makes the catch with 3 defenders on his case.
I just don't know why the throw was made in the triple cover.
Hey, it worked.
Yes, it did. I'm glad he finally nabbed one because he had a string of good catches before that. He's been working hard so far.
complete. That was made for a bit shorter third down play, but not much. Not a lot of potential in that play. They are still short of the markers, though. Fourth down.
Take him down just before he got to the marker.
There's a body break. Rolling the back for the defensive coordinator. At the 8.
Shane Michael handles this one nicely and puts it out of bounds and away from any potential return inside the 10. That's a nice punt.
The Chargers have a long field ahead of them and start this drive back at their own 9-yard line. Field goes in motion. Maybe picks up one on the play.
But Damian Tomlinson got some help on that one in the form of blocking, but he still couldn't make a play out of it.
He's not made much headway up the middle, although it's not the lack of trying, that's for sure.
You can't get effective blocking there. You gotta go elsewhere.
Tomlinson picks up about 2, and that will bring up third down.
Fabian Smith got himself in prime position to bat away that football before the receiver even had a shot at it.
Another batted ball. They have been attacking the pass every chance they get.
Right, Dan. Why super defend the pass when you can obliterate it?
Simply lines up deep in his own territory to punt it away. Simply takes the long snap and punts it away. Buchanan keeps the punt. After 49.
Buchanan getting some yards after fielding a solid punt.
The Raiders start this drive in great field position at the 49-yard line.
Nice catch.
That brings us second down.
Frank Middleton used every ounce of his big self to use some key blocking on that last play.
They move the ball, and it will be second down.
Great presence of mind to try for the football.
And it's an interception for this defense, and they're making passing just about impossible so far.
Absolutely. Great read, great jumps on the ball, great athletes. It's all happening down there.
The Chargers are going to try and capitalize on the interception just off this drive at their own 23-yard line. Green fires this one.
Antonio Gates looked like he had a solid catch there, and yet somehow he found a way to drop it.
Potential for a quick first down, but no, they cannot hook up the pass.
You can take a shot situation, and it looks really not going to hurt you. It's a good call.
That'll bring up second down. This one will fall incomplete.
Philip Buchanan did a beautiful job on that last play covering the post route. That pass never had a chance. Incomplete.
On second down, they tried for the first, but it's played well by the defense. That will bring up third down.
Nice pressure that time.
Goes in motion.
This one, and this one is incomplete.
Let's look at it.
Siffrey lines up to punt after the 3 and out. Siffrey takes the long snap and punts it away. Buchanan
Philip Buchanan backed up a few yards on the run back there, whittling down the size of the punt a little bit.
The Raiders take the last time out. We'll see what happens here. We'll start at the 48-yard line. That's his third batted ball. And he is doing his part, that is for sure.
Nice to see that aggressive feeling that game.
Shut down. 9 yards to go.
Sammy Davis knocked that pass down. They made sure the only one to touch the football was him.
A nice defensive play will give him the second batting ball of the game.
Great rebound.
Blanco lines up for the top. Punts it away. The Chargers on the downside at the 6.
Shane Leckler handles this one nicely and puts it out of bounds and away from any potential return inside the 10. That's a nice play.
The Chargers offense takes the field and are again starting deep. This drive will begin at their own 6-yard line. Second down, 2 receivers to the left. Neal goes in motion. Picks up about 2, and that brings up third down. It looks like, we've had an injury down on the field. As soon as we hear anything, we'll be sure to pass the information along to you.
Yeah.
Third and 3.
Unloads this one to the left, and it's incomplete. Sippers lines up deep in his own territory to punt it away. Sippers takes the snap and punts it away. You take it.
Didn't have much room to work with back there. The special team squad made sure he couldn't respond to that really nice punt.
The Raiders start this one on the center logo at the 47-yard line. It's complete for the first down and a whole lot more.
And Brown faced single coverage there. He was able to get by for the reception. That's how you draw it up.
Peter, I'm sure he's happy to bring that one in. The last 3 passes to him have all been incompletion.
And he's struggling a bit there, but this may turn him around. 150 Look at the fluidity of the running style. There's no wasted motion. What a play.
That's another visit to the end zone for him, and he has some nice stats so far.
Yeah, he's generated points, that's for sure, Dan. So far, he's got 106 yards and 2 touchdowns.
There's the point after, and it's good. There's the signal, and we're ready. Janikowski blockets this one deep. White downs this in the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers haven't got much out of their offense recently, and we'll see if they can get back on track here. This drive begins at their own 20-yard line. Neal goes in motion. Tomlinson will get the at the 26.
With the tackle. Second and 4. 26-yard line.
That will bring up third down.
Eric Gibson made the save, dropping the ball carrier before he could get to the marker.
That will be his 4th tackle, and he's hitting hard out there in the secondary.
Well, he's making him think twice before going this direction.
Third down, 2 wideouts on the field. The pass, and it's tipped. Incomplete. That will bring up 4th down.
Regan Smith swatted that one away cleanly. The receiver didn't have a prayer yet.
He records yet another batted ball. And I'll tell you, he's really playing well out there.
Faced it after the ball from the beginning of the game. Real aggressive play.
Sippers lines up to punt after the 3 and out. Sippers gets the snap and punts it away. You take it. That's the 34. To 39.
Philip Buchanan got swarmed by the kicking team before he got very far. That nice punt pretty much goes unanswered.
The Raiders offense takes the field, and they have been very effective through the air. We'll see what happens as they start this drive at their 39-yard line. Gets over the line of this pass, and it's incomplete. I hear Susan Calder has a report for us.
Susan, thank you, Dan. Let's go to the cleaner. They said his forearm is in quite a bit of pain. They're looking at him right now. He seems to be in serious pain. The official word of his return, doubtful. Dan?
Thanks, Susan. Second down, both wide out to the right.
Jerry Porter looked to be in perfect position to make that catch, but it didn't come together somehow.
Another incompletion out left, and it appears that side of the field has not been kind to them at all.
There's someone else. This was Matthew.
Flacco gets ready to punch this away. Punch it away. The 14. Tackled at the 16.
Caldwell didn't have much room to work with back there. The special teams squad made sure he couldn't respond to that really nice punt.
The Chargers are fading fast and are in need of a score. Their offense will start this final drive at their own 16-yard line. Wright goes in motion. Breeze flings it to the right side, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Drew Brees has had difficulties to stay away. And now, second-guessing everything is right. Terrible day. So far, he struggled to get 136 yards and 3 interceptions. Second and 10. No, it's over. 16 yards.
Loses yards on that one.
Philip Buchanan not only cleaned the ball carrier's clock in the backfield, but buffed and polished it too. Big hit for a walk.
And Peter was a terrific tackle by and one of the most athletic defenders in the game.
I saw him working out during the week, and I'll tell you what, he could bench press a Mac truck.
Breeze uncorks this to the left sideline, and it's tipped. Incomplete. That will bring up fourth down.
Ron Woodson managed to disrupt things. He got in there and smacked that pass away. Great deal.
Another batted ball. They have been attacked on the pass every chance they get.
That's right, Dan. Why should you defend the pass when you've been obliterated?
Sifri lines up deep in his own territory to punch it away. Sifri takes the long snap and punts it away. To 41.
Philip Buchanan did a nice job getting some yards after fielding the solid punt.
The Raiders offense takes the field, and they have good field position again. They will start at the 41-yard line. He picks up one on the play.
And Regan with the catch. Second and 9. Ball at the 30 yard line.
On second down, they tried for the first, but it's played well by the defense. That will bring up third down.
Nice pressure that time.
Third down, one man down. Hunted down at the 25. First down.
Look in, great receiving yards there. That will help your fantasy team.
It's intercepted. Right in front of him. He's in
Jammer picks up the ball, and he's going all the way. Nobody can stop him now. I hope his mom's got the VCR.
there. That's his second.
Unbelievable. He's all pumped up down there.
Now the extra point, and it's good.
Cardinals steals the kickoff. Progress waylaid by the defense before he was able to put much on the run back. First and 10.